We're so happy to have you. I'm Dr. Jackson. I'm an ER physician, and this is Danica Castillo, my daughter and co-host. And we've got a very special guest with us today, Whitney Malcolm. She is an author and also a contributor to 17 magazine. So we're just really happy to be with you today. And before we get started, we're going to touch on kind of the fires a tiny bit here in Hawaii. You all have probably heard of the fires in Maui. But we know that around the country, each and every one of you has probably been experiencing a disaster of some kind, whether it's a hurricane or whatnot. So if you don't mind, perhaps some of you are here today that are in an area that has suffered from that. We'd like to say just a very quick prayer for you before we get started. And Danica, if you could maybe lead us.
All right, dear Lord, we thank you for just bringing us here together this morning. We pray for a fresh, productive, refreshing morning. Lord, we lift up the Maui fire victims, Lord, and their families affected. We pray for just healing and strength, Lord. Pray that as a community, as a family, we're able to support one another and, share our love and give kindness and just really support the Maui victims, Lord, and their families. We lift them up in your loving and caring embrace, Jesus. Again, thank you for a great Saturday. Let it be a productive one. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right. Thank you, Danica. All right. So we'd like to welcome you to our show. This is our post-Labor Day sale. But the theme of our show today is digestive health. So I want to just start off with an interesting fact. Many of you probably don't realize this, but 60 to 70 million Americans suffer from digestive disease. Perhaps you are one of those. And if so, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to give you some easy kind of holistic tips for improving your digestive health. We suggest that you stay to the end because not only are we going to have plenty of tips throughout this program for you, but we're going to have prizes that we're giving out at the end. So please try to stay to the end if you can. And I'd like to give a big shout out to our audience. Wherever you are, we'd like to thank you for being a part of this show. All right. So before we get started, I'd like to start with a really fun quiz question. And if you know the answer, you can answer in the comment section. So as a way to promote disaster readiness in 2011, the CDC, or the Center of Disease Control, issued tongue-in-cheek warnings about a potential apocalypse of what undead menace? I'll repeat the question because I know that was a lot in one. So as a way to promote disaster readiness in 2011, the CDC, or the Center of Disease Control, issued tongue-in-cheek warnings about a potential apocalypse of what undead menace? So feel free to answer in the comment section, and a little bit later, we'll tell you what the answer is. So if you're just tuning in, we're having a roundtable kind of discussion on how to improve your digestive health. And the topic for today was postbiotics. Should you or should you not be taking them? So just kind of a quick explanation for those of you who don't know what postbiotics are, or maybe you've heard of probiotics but don't really know what those are. So probiotics, those are the things, the microorganisms in things like yogurt, aged cheese, sauerkraut, things like that. These bacteria are protective. They kind of help support our gut health. Prebiotics, on the other hand, these are the things that these bacteria eat. So in other words, we have a meal. Part of that meal is broken down into prebiotics, which feed these bacteria. And finally, postbiotics are kind of what's left over. Kind of the waste after your digestive system has digested both the prebiotics and the probiotics. That's what's left over. And that also helps to stimulate gut health. All right. So, Whitney, question for you. Postbiotics have kind of exploded. They've kind of exploded on the scene, in the news and whatnot. What do you think about this? I mean, why is it all of a sudden captivating everyone?
Well, just from my own research as a health and fitness writer, there have been plenty of studies showing that your gut health is really important, just not only to your digestive health, but to your overall health, right? Even helping sometimes with weight loss, with skin issues. And I think because our diets, we lack, we eat a lot of processed foods. We lack a lot of the natural foods that, that convert into postbiotics and probiotics. So I think a lot of people are suffering from digestive issues, and including more of those in your diet could possibly help.
Exactly. And audience members, for all of you, those out there listening, Whitney said something vitally important. Back in the days of our caveman ancestors, the food was fresh, right? They'd go out, they'd kill wild game, and the vegetables they would eat and whatnot, it was all healthy and wholesome stuff. There wasn't any processed stuff. There was no boxed or canned stuff. And so what she's saying, and this is quite correct, is that a lot of this processed stuff that we put in, additives, preservatives, chemicals, and whatnot, affect our digestive system. And so that's why, we're seeing a lot more digestive complaints these days. Thank you, Whitney, for that, and for that reminder. All righty. So if you're just tuning in, we're doing a roundtable on digestive health right now. And we've got special guest, Whitney Holcomb, who is with us, a contributor to 17 Magazine and an author, and we'll be talking more about what she's doing there a little bit later on. So we've been talking about probiotics and prebiotics and, the usefulness of them and why all of a sudden they become more important. Now, we'll be right back to discuss more with Whitney in just a moment. Right now, we're going to start our post-Labor Day shopping sale. So since we're talking about probiotics, the first item that we're gonna put up is going to be our Mega Prebiotic. Now, there's a reason, guys, that they are calling this the Mega Prebiotic. It is because in this just one tablet, there are 2.5 billion microorganisms. So you eat one of those, your gut's going to be populated by all of these beneficial bacteria. The other thing is that this Mega Probiotic also has a digestive enzyme in it that kind of helps with your digestion as well. So you get both. Now here's the nice thing. It's chewable, which makes it easier to take. Now my daughter just left for a second, but I was going to ask her about this because she hates taking pills. She absolutely hates taking pills. Oh, here she is. So Danica, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think part of it's the capsule's kind of big, and then the psychologically, you kind of put it on your tongue and you don't like it there. But a chewable tablet, is that going to make any kind of a difference for somebody like you?
For sure. I mean, I grew up with the gummy vitamins, those bears they sell at Costco. twice a day.
I didn't know she was going to go there, but yes. So, and the nice thing is that these chewable tablets kind of have a nice cherry flavor to them, so they're actually delicious. One of these bottles comes with 90 tablets, so basically you're getting a they come with 90 tablets, so you're getting a 3-month supply of these. You only have to really take one a day, and you're getting 2.5 billion organisms. And for those of you that are vegetarians, here's the good news. These are vegetarian tablets. So we are selling these today for $55, and it comes with free shipping. So if you're interested, all you have to do is scan the QR code, and it'll tell you what to do from there. Now, the next product that we're going to talk about is our postbiotic. And remember, that's what the whole theme is on postbiotics. So this postbiotic contains proteins, nutrients, and whatnot, which are good for your digestive health. And it also contains something called Epicor, which boosts your immune system. We're selling, actually, I apologize. Let me put this up on the screen. We still have our probiotics there. Here you are right here. And so this we're selling for $30. If you're interested, as a reminder, in any of the products that we put up on the screen, all you have to do is scan the QR code and it'll direct you what to do from there. So next, we're going to be doing our amazing barley. we're actually going to give you a quick little demonstration of this as well. We're gonna make it right here and just kind of show you everything. But this is very, very, very popular. It is. We have sold so many of these in the last week or so. In fact, we only have 30 left right now. But this, we're showing you a little. Here's the package that it comes in right now. But this is made in Australia, and it's an organic barley. And barley has many health benefits. The NIH, or the National Institute of Health, says that regularly taking barley is associated with healthy aging. The other thing is that the fiber in our barley tea can reduce hunger, and when it reduces hunger, that's ultimately going to result in weight loss. And we're going to be talking to Whitney in a little bit about weight loss, but it can lead to weight loss. Now, some other interesting facts about barley is that it supports healthy cholesterol levels, and it can reduce the risk of heart disease. So it not only can, help support your cholesterol, but by helping you to lose weight, and by lowering that cholesterol and whatnot, when you lose weight, your blood pressure is going to be better. It helps reduce the risk of heart disease. So you can see here, we're making a little bit of the barley tea. It's got a nice little texture to it. There's no flavor. For those of you that don't like flavors in your drink, there's no flavor. And as Whitney was talking about earlier about additives, food colorings, preservatives, there are none of those in that.
No.
Okay.
And preferred cold temperature.
Yep, preferred cold temperature.
You can drink it warm.
But if you like warm, you could also do that as well. But yeah, it's better cold. Now, the retail price of this barley is $25. However, I should tell you, $10 out of every purchase is going to the Maui fire victims. So with each purchase, you're making a significant impact. All right. Now, before we go to our next products, we have a quick contest. We're going to give away 3 of Whitney's books to the people with the highest scores on this quiz question. And you're only going to have a minute to answer this question. So answer in the comment section. In 2018, Forbes listed the 6 highest paid authors. Whitney probably knows the answer to this, but Whitney, don't cheat and give them the answer. Listed the 6 highest paid authors. Name 4 of the 6 highest paid authors. You can comment in the comment section. So it's not only the first person, but the one with the highest score on this. And we'll give you about a minute to respond.
I wasn't one of them, unfortunately.
So while we're letting them think about this, Whitney, and respond, maybe tell us a little bit about your book. Whitney, you had an interesting journey here with this book. Yeah. If you could kind of walk us through what led and motivated you to write this book and inspired you.
Yeah, so, I grew up an overweight kid and teen. So just, because eating the typical American diet, health and fitness wasn't really a thing in my family. So by the time I was 14, I was up to 230 pounds. But that same year, I just decided to change my life, and I started working out and eating better, and I lost 100 pounds in almost exactly a year. And then, I just ended up I went on the Oprah Winfrey show. I had a guest blog in 17. And that's when I started getting emails from other teen girls like me, just asking, how'd you do it? What's your advice? So that's what I did. I wrote a book about it. I just felt like I could reach more people that way. And I did, so it's a no nonsense guide. It's written for teens, but it could work for anyone, obviously. And it's just about, how to get into the mindset and how to change your life through just changing your habits, eating better. As we know, again, I ate, packaged foods and fast food. That stuff is just not nutritious. It destroys your gut health. And I just really learned just on my own, through my own research, how to eat better to change my life and lose weight. And I'm happy with the decision. Clearly.
True that the defining moment was one day you just stepped on a scale, you saw the numbers and you said, that's it, enough.
Yeah.
so really what each person needs to do is have kind of that defining moment like you did, right?
Yes. Yeah. For me, I mean, it was, again, it was something that always bothered me my whole life. I mean, dealt with bullying and just not feeling healthy, not feeling, I wasn't a normal 14-year-old girl. I mean, I don't, it's maybe more normal for kids today, but, walking a mile, doing things that normal kids did, I just couldn't do, not very well. And I was sick of it. So yeah, my defining moment really was stepping on the scale, but also it was like a couple weeks before I started high school. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to go to high school being, the fat girl anymore. I want to change. I want to be healthy, have normal experiences, So that day I was like, that's it. I went for a walk. That's what it started with. And then just through there, it was just a learning process. Yeah, I just, really just self-knowledge, if information's out there, you just have to look for it.
Use it.
And I think it's important for the viewers to know that it didn't happen overnight.
No.
As far as the time frame, it can be kind of just discouraging. Okay, I have to get this, so fast, but
right.
It was, how long was it for you too?
Right. I mean, for everyone it's different. I feel like I did lose weight pretty quickly. Just compared to people, but then again, maybe I was trying really hard though. I never did anything unhealthy, but I just went from doing nothing to just trying to do something, anything. And I consistently worked at it.
And you got to your goal weight in a year, right? Because you were 230 and you went down to 130 in about a year.
In about a year, yeah. And again, I maybe for some people that's empowering, maybe that's discouraging. It depends on what your body's like. The thing is, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, they're gonna pass anyway, right? I mean, wouldn't you rather be, if anything, 10 pounds lighter next year? If you could, like. It's a difficult process for everyone, but the thing is, you can't give up. It's every single day you got to keep trying.
And Guy, well, let me ask you real quickly, what was it like being on Oprah? Did you actually help her with her weight loss?
No. No, I don't think Oprah needs my help. She's got plenty of help. But no, I mean, Oprah was a great experience. I mean, I got to meet her backstage real quickly before the show. She's very, very friendly. She comes to meet all her guests. I met, it was Dr. I can't remember his name right now. I'm so sorry. I'm just having a blank. But, one of her doctor friends. Yes, one of her doctor friends, she has on there a lot. It was a great experience. She was really kind to all her guests. I met the other girls who were on there, and I was kind of I guess the show was about, weight loss surgery, and I was kind of on there as the guest that lost it naturally. Not saying that the other girls, there was anything wrong with any of the weight loss surgery. Everyone's different, but I think I was just on there showing that, look, you can also do it naturally if you can't afford surgery or don't want to do surgery, right? It's not for everyone.
Just presenting options.
Yes, exactly.
Well, everyone, don't worry. We're going to have Whitney on another show talking about, it'll just be a weight loss show. But what I wanted to show you was we have her book here. And you might want to consider getting this book so you're prepared next show. And you can ask her questions. You'll be able to ask her questions on her book. But here is her book, 1 Year, 1 Pound. I'm sorry, 1 Year, 100 Pounds. And so we're offering it for a very special event price of $15. Please be aware that after this event, the price will go up, but highly recommend that you grab this book. Next time she's on, you'll be able to ask her any questions you want on the book, and we can talk. The next time it'll be a fully dedicated show on weight loss. But here's the book, and remember, even though it's aimed at teens and young people, all of the principles apply to adults. It's the same principles. But one of the things I wanted to ask Whitney is that we're seeing a lot of overweight children these days. It's a big problem, childhood obesity, and we're seeing diseases earlier on like diabetes and whatnot in kids. What do you think is going on that we're seeing kids now much more overweight than they used to be in the past? Is it just a lifestyle thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is. I think a lot has changed since like my parents' age. My parents are in their 60s. Excuse me. I mean, we eat way too much. We eat a lot more, and we eat a lot more of the wrong stuff. Most of our food comes from packages, like as you mentioned earlier. A lot of our food is fast food. It's food that is chemically engineered to be addictive. But meanwhile, at the same time, they contain very, little nutrients that we actually need, right? So I think that's a huge part, but also just we don't have as much active lifestyle anymore. Most people are on the computer all day. I mean, sometimes myself included, but yeah, I mean, I think people just live differently back in the day, and it wasn't so hard to stay in shape because they just did it naturally.
So guys, if you're just joining us right now, we're with our special guest, Whitney Holcomb. We've got her book up there. Highly recommend you get it. It'll be her textbook. She lost 100 pounds. She was 230 pounds, lost 100 pounds in a year. We got down to her goal weight. We will be doing a show in the future with her on weight loss, but get the book now just so that you can be prepared. You can actually practice it. And then next time we have her on, you'll be able to ask any questions about it, about your process and whatnot. So highly recommend you get it. And we're going to move on.
Oh, and for TikTok, I know that the products are not listed, but we'll have them over in the TikTok shop, with Whitney's book as well, if you guys are interested. So.
Yep, and we apologize. It's only that we're streaming 4 or 5 different channels, and it was hard to manage all of them at the same time. We've got you guys on TikTok here on the right that we're looking at you. Unfortunately, we couldn't push the button to get everything on screen, but we will be listing everything and have the links. So if you're interested, you will still be eligible for our special event price. Do not worry. All right. Now, next, we're going to move to our Hawaiian spirulina. For those of you who haven't really heard of spirulina, it's a kind of a tiny microorganism, and this is actually harvested here in Hawaii. Spirulina has, spirulina has many health benefits. But the interesting fact for those of you who don't know is that NASA proposed growing this in outer space for the astronauts. And it was a favorite among Aztecs. Now, let me blow your mind with this. 1 tablespoon of this has 4 grams of protein and only 20 calories. So I know what Whitney's thinking right now. This is for weight loss and fitness, and it is. It is. This is really, you could add this to your workout regimen, your weight loss regimen, and whatnot. And again, just the equivalent of 1 tablespoon has 4 grams of protein. Today, we're offering this and during our Labor Day sale for $29.99. Oh, and I'm sorry, I apologize. I got carried away and I forgot to put this up. So if you don't mind, I'm going to put it up there now for you. Here it is right here. Okay. All right, now I want to just take a moment to talk about our next product because this only you guys have seen. This is new, brand new. We're just releasing it today. Nobody else has seen it. It's not on the market. It is our Hawaiian herbal tea blends. We've got a 3-pack that we're offering right now. So we've got what we call the Jump Start, which is right here. And we've got our Noon Boost, which Danica's holding. And then we also have our Zen Garden. Now, the nice thing about this Jumpstart, and I use it, and I was going to brew a little cup and have it right now, but kind of ran out of time. But the nice thing about this Jumpstart is it's got orange peel, it's got almonds in it, rose petals, cinnamon chips, but it gives you a charge to your morning. I use it at the first thing, and it keeps me alert, gives me that edge. The nice thing is that it is a nice coffee alternative. But one thing I do want to make you guys aware of, and I'm going to now put this on the screen for you. The one thing I want to make you guys aware of with this is that it does have caffeine. So if for any reason you cannot take caffeine or, have had a bad experience with caffeine or prefer not to have the caffeine, you want to just be aware that this does have some caffeine in it. The Noon Boost, this is really a great blend. And the reason I love this is because I don't know how many of you have experienced this. You get halfway through your afternoon and you've run out of steam. You've got a lot to do and you're just, oh my goodness, I just can't make it. This is what I use for that. This Noon Boost is organic green tea, and so you guys all know the benefits of green tea. You know, it fights cancer, can help with weight, and a whole host of other things. But it also has elderberries, mango, all sorts of other fruits in it, and it can give you a charge to help you finish up the afternoon. So this comes with the 3-pack, and then finally, the Zen Garden. Now, out of the 3, this is our true herbal tea. This has no caffeine whatsoever in it. And it's got something, I don't know if you guys have heard of this, it's got an herb in it called ashwagandha, which helps you to relax and helps you to fall asleep. It's also got licorice in it and lavender and whatnot. So all 3 of these come in the pack. Normal price for these is $99.99. However, as a part of this Labor Day special sale, actually this is incorrect. I want to apologize to you guys. We'll actually link this to you. No, we're actually offering it. It says $75.99. We're actually offering it for $50. So I think that didn't transmit to the stream. Not to worry. Anybody who's interested in this, we will have a link up. You can get it for $50. You will still be eligible for that pricing. All righty.
And do mention how many cups.
Oh, thank you. My daughter reminded me. What would I do without it? I'm going to open this up for just a I'm going to open this up for just a second. So one of these sachets, first of all, this is organic covering that covers the sachet. One of these sachets, you can use it 3 to 4 times and still brew a strong tea. And there are 12 of these in each one. So it brews roughly 48 cups. And just when you open this, you can smell the aroma. It's a great tea. I love it. Okay.
About 150 you get.
With all 3 of them. Roughly 150 cups of tea. All right. And next, let's see. Next will be our lemon squeezer. Hope I have this one up. If not, we'll also link this to you guys as well. That's okay. But we'll provide a link for this as well for you guys as well. This is actually our most popular product, our lemon squeezer. We've actually sold this in every state and also in other countries as well. So this is our stainless steel lemon squeezer. I'll just take it out for a second to show you guys. Okay. So it's a very powerful lemon squeezer. You can use this for your teas or for cooking or whatnot. It's got a nice wide aperture to put your fruits in, and it'll actually handle lemons, limes, oranges. Whitney, you're from Florida. I actually had somebody who bought from Florida who wrote us and thanked us. He said, "I've got an orange tree. I had a huge party. Thank you." Because this came in handy creating juice for everybody. So,
nice.
So
fresh juice, yeah, good stuff.
So these are actually restaurant grade, chef grade. It's stainless steel, silicone handles, ergonomic, and it's also recyclable. So these we are selling on Amazon for $29.99. These are selling on our site for $35, but as a part of the special deal today, I believe, unfortunately we don't have it on here. I believe we're offering the price for $17. So anyway, we will have a link to that for you, and if you're interested in buying one of these, you can get it via the link. But again, it is on Amazon and it also is on our website as well. All righty. Well, it is now 10:33.
Quick question. Wait, will the link be there on Amazon for $17 or?
Well, it's a part of the special promotion. So what we'll end up doing, so it's not. See, if we put it on Amazon, anybody's going to get it. This is only for you who have participated in this program, and so what we'll do is we'll send you the link, and then you'll get the special pricing for it. Whitney, did you have any other last thoughts for us today on diet and whatnot? And again, you know, we're really blessed to have you, and we look forward to a future show with you on Just Wait. But do you have any last minute tips that you want to give everybody?
For sure. Yeah. No, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. As far as last tips, you know, I think in going with the theme of this live stream, for sure, you know, the more natural you can eat, the better. You know, it's better for your gut, it's better for your overall health. You get more nutrients, and you know, I think you'll find if weight loss is your goal or just getting healthier is your goal, that's the way to go. You know, so packaged foods and the goodies, that's okay to enjoy sometimes, but for the most part, you know, if it comes in the package, you probably want to stay away from it.
Yes. You know, and it just brings to mind a nice topic for the future would also be food as medicine, but you know, and how we look at foods and whatnot. So
Yes.
Thank you so much for that tip, Whitney. We really enjoyed having you on the show. You're absolutely wonderful, and you know,
Yeah.
I look forward to more shows with you, and I hope our audience takes advantage of the tips that you've given. And Danica, do you have any last minute thoughts or anything that you wanted to leave viewers with? You said something important earlier, that it's a process. Don't be afraid to start the journey.
It really is, you guys. I mean, as far as exercise, that's my thing, trying to stay consistent with, you know, going for a walk or going to the gym. But, you know, even starting 10 minutes a day, you know, and kind of knowing what you want to focus on, whether it's cardio or building muscle. So take it as slow as you need to, but just know that there is, you know, a lot of us in the same boat, and you're not alone.
Well, everybody, thank you so very much for joining us today. We really enjoyed having you, and we're gonna we stream each and every day, every Saturday. We have a sale, we have a different topic, and so thank you so very much for joining us. We hope you got something out of this, and I think the central theme is just get started. You know, start wherever you are. You know, and you know, that's the important thing. Sometimes you have to have, like Whitney did, that defining moment where you say no more, never again. You know, I'm declaring war. All righty. Well, thank you guys so very much. We want to send you a big aloha, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.